Hey, all you Notion nerds! Happy New Year! I'm just here to give you a quick tour of my current business dashboard, and this is going to be my 2022 business dashboard tour. I got my coffee here with my sweet Tasia Notion coffee mug. I got Notion lipstick on. So for all you makeup lovers out there, I found this lipstick through one of my favorite lipstick or makeup companies, and they had a lipstick called Notion. So of course I bought it. Super excited about it. I freaking love this color. I'll link in the description in case anyone is interested, but let's go ahead and dive in. So this is my 2022 current setup for my business HQ. I'm not going to go into my life dashboard yet because I'm still kind of updating it, but I figured for a new year, I would go ahead and walk you through how I currently use Notion for all of my business related stuff. So on my business dashboard, I just have a very simple functional dashboard. Don't have a ton of fluff. I have my cute little be a unicorn because, I saw the unicorn graphic and it was cute, so I needed it. And at the bottom and top of each of these pages, I actually have a synced block of a menu bar, and it allows me to quickly navigate between any of the main pages within my business dashboard very quickly and very easily. And on all of these primary pages, I went ahead and locked them so it's a little bit easier to navigate. Most of these are just for review purposes or navigation. I'm not doing a whole lot of active work on the main dashboards, but I do have subpages within the main dashboards that I frequently jump into, and that's where I do a lot of my actual business related work. So on my main dashboard page here, I have any business related functions and any like more action item type things in this little block here, and then any quick links for other pages throughout my workspace that I frequently navigate to. So the functions concept is something I took from Marie Poulin with her business workspace layout. She has a very, very similar setup and it really resonated with me. So I took some elements of her workspace and incorporated into mine, and it's been working really well so far. I started this Biz HQ rebuild a couple months ago and I've been actively using it. So it's been working really well for me. So starting out under functions, I have let's go to do the thing. These are less built out. I'm still kind of figuring out how I want to use these on a day-to-day basis, but commitments is going to be my calendar events, anything in my action items database that is a event specifically. I'm not looking at any to-dos, just looking at events that I have throughout the month. So the commitments page, very simple, very quick and easy, just a quick calendar view if I want to go get a bird's eye view of all events that I have on my calendar for the month or coming up. My Learn dashboard is still a little bit of a work in progress, but this is where I come for any online courses that I'm currently taking, anything professional development wise. So any courses that I'm currently working through will be in my courses in progress section over here. And then any growth and learning projects will be in this block up here. And then any, in addition to online courses, any webinars or anything related to professional develop or building out my business further will be in this section. And these are all filtered to just show online courses, webinars, or master classes. And you'll see throughout my space, you see a lot of these database pages. And this is where I just kind of tuck things away to use for future or for any source databases or any dashboard pages where I don't want the primary page to be on the dashboard. I'll jump into one of the database pages on one of the other main dashboards so you can see how I actually have them set up. I don't have them built out for these main action databases or action dashboards. But then I also have my projects dashboard, which again gives me a chance to look at any business related projects, and I can see client related tasks, client related projects, and then my primary business projects and my primary marketing clients that I work with. So now diving into the function section, this is where it's going to get really fun. And then at the bottom, I have this brain dump toggle. It's a synced block that I have placed all throughout my workspace. So if I have something really quick that I want to jot down without leaving the current page I'm on, I can just pop it in there real quick. And when I go in and process my brain dump section and either assign to-dos or eliminate them altogether if it's something that I already did, or create a note out of it, then that's when I will go in and actually process my brain dump. So for this first page, this is going to be my vision page, and this is for visual branding and kind of my life aspirational, like visionary type goals. So on this main dashboard, I have my brand, and this is linked to my inspiration library, and this is where I took a lot of inspiration for my website when I was designing it. And this Notion for Creatives here is an idea that I'm playing with about building up a community specifically for creatives who are obsessed with Notion, and then sharing resources and tools and tips for how to use Notion to support different types of creative businesses. So this is something that I'm playing with the idea, so I gave it a space in Notion, but as you can see, I haven't really developed it out any further. And under my visionary goals, these are the things, this is what I want my life to look like. I want to make more music, so I made a commitment to start live streaming some of my practice sessions next year as I start rebuilding and relearning how to be a musician again. I want to live a creative life. I never want to stop learning. All these different life aspirational goals, I like having them here so I can revisit them, and they're a visual reminder of when I'm using my workspace, am I actually living a life that is identified by these values. So under here, I have my brand page. And again, this was brand inspiration, some comments, structure. This is the workspace that I was using when I was looking for inspiration and figuring out what I wanted my website to look like. And that's still a work in progress. So content and voice, I have my swipe file linked here. But if we jump back into the vision page, under brand, under vision, that's actually, sorry, that links to my North Star page, which I'm still working on building out, so we're not going to even dive in there. But down here, you'll see this data basement link again. And this is where I kind of tuck everything away so that I can build out my visual and contextual dashboards in a way that works for me. I really, really love using these call out blocks to build like sections on the pages and have kind of a mood board feel to it, where like each section is designated to a certain subject or content type. It just works really well for my brain. So that's why it's set up like that. So I have actual databases here, and then any dashboard pages that are hyperlinked on this page will also be tucked down here. And then I have a section where I keep these building blocks. And this is where it's a quick tip. If you like using these callouts and you like having custom icons all throughout your space, then this is a really great way to just create a bunch of duplicates and tuck them away, so that when you want to build something new, you can come in here and the icon is already assigned, and you don't have to worry about going in, looking up the custom icon, assigning it, and it saves a couple seconds anytime you want to use a custom icon with your callout blocks, if you're using multiple callout blocks with the same icon. Next up, I have my people page, and this is where I keep an overview of my network. And at the very top, I have sections for client getting and client serving. And this was a concept that I kind of stole from Kat Mulvihill. Kat, if I just butchered your last name, I'm so sorry. She's awesome. I really like the idea of splitting it to client getting and client serving type tasks or projects. And so client getting is focused more around like community building, outreach, prospecting, and generating communication with people who might become clients, versus client serving is once you actually have the client, then that's when you go in and you are able to complete your, I guess, contract with them, whatever type of client work you do. In my case, I do a variety of a lot of different things, but over here, this is where I can keep track of people who are currently opportunities that I'm pursuing. And some of this information is private and sensitive, so I do have it tucked away, and the only one you can see right now is me. But if I come in here and let's say I sign a contract and become a client, I can come in here, switch my CRM status to client, and now I'll pop over in my clients list on the right-hand side. And then down here is people that I follow, a lot of YouTubers that I like, and this is anyone with public profiles. I tucked away all of my private contacts for this video because not everyone wants to be featured on YouTube. So this is just YouTubers. It's based off of people that I interact with the most, or videos I watch the most, or just my favorite people to follow. And when I have actual clients showing up, then they'll also be in the top favorites network as well. And just quick links for follow-ups if I need to navigate to another like social media site or somewhere else that I need to connect with them. Next up is my resources page, and this is still a little bit under construction, but for now I have it segmented to categorize my library for different types of content for the most part. Then I also have, again, like this brain section. I have a learning dashboard that's mostly just courses I'm taking, things that I'm learning. My knowledge hub is based off of a page, a dashboard that Marie Poulin had in one of her templates that I used, and I'm working on kind of reconfiguring that to work better for my brain. I don't usually reference it very much, but I like having it there so that I can still go in and see different types of content that I've consumed. And then I have my quick capture and process page, and just again, really quick links to get those in there. I have my resources library, and this is any resources that I have created or curated specifically for client work or coaching work. And then again, just the most recent stuff in my content library about Notion, or not content library, my library of content that I consume. So Notion related topics, business related stuff, music related stuff, and this is actually my Notion portfolio and list. So I might actually change that later, but quick tour. Let's see. Next up, I have my content category, and this is still kind of figuring out what works best for me here. But I have a section for atomic essays. I signed up for the January cohort of Ship 30 for 30, so I'm super excited for that. And any content related projects will show up on the right here. These are going to be my dashboard hubs. I have the content hub, which was inspired by Marie Poulin, who got the original concept from, I think, Ev Chapman. I will link anyone that I mentioned in this video. I'll link their information down below so you can go visit their website and connect with them as well, because they're absolute amazing content creators, and I love finding inspiration in what they're doing and adding it into my space. So for the content creation hub, I love this because there are sections for like brainstorming, writing, publishing. Big fan of remixing existing content, and then also measuring metrics. Next up, I have my offers dashboard, and this is where I have a bird's eye view of the different services that I provide. I have some consulting services. I have a section for proposals. These are template proposals that, again, I got from one of Marie's templates that I downloaded. And then I have a list of my marketing operations fees for some of that contract work. I'm not taking on any new marketing ops stuff, but I just like having it there for reference. And then I also have my Notion portfolio, quick overview of workspaces that I'm currently working on. And I have a link to any content or offers, like product related projects. Whew, that was a mouthful. Quick link to Gumroad. So that's where I list most of my templates that I share. And then also my Notion Design Hub. And this is where I collect inspiration and keep track of all of the projects that I'm currently working on. So part of that is any of my workspaces that I've created. One thing I wish I would have done sooner is starting to keep track of and take screenshots of my workspace so I can see how it evolves over time. So that's something that I'm starting to do now, and this is where I'll be collecting it. Again, Notion portfolio of completed projects, and if you click into any of these, you can see just a basic screenshot. Oh, that's not really a good example. Let's see, Music Journey is a good one. But if you click into it, typically what I do is I take screenshots. Okay, maybe the journal is the better one. Okay, so here I have a link to the actual journal template page in my other Notion account, which is where I store and organize all of my templates that I'm working on and sharing. Any files related to this journal, this is kind of my summary page when I'm working on things. So if there are any images that are associated with a particular workspace, then I will save them into this portfolio page. And then I just have screenshots of, again, this is the Gumroad cover that I use, and then screenshots of the different dashboards and pages within these different workspaces that I'm working on. And I typically like taking a dark mode and light mode version so that people can see how it looks in both views. I'm a dark mode girl, but I understand a lot of people enjoy using Notion in light mode. Next up, my operations dashboard. And this is primarily related to business operations and admin work and kind of the boring stuff, but it's good to keep track of all of these things. Well, I say boring, but I enjoy getting my fingers in and, developing processes and workflows, because I very, very firmly believe that systems and processes, once you take the time to create them, and essentially anything that you do more than once, templatize it. Like, if you can do that, next time you go to do something, you already know exactly how to do it. You have like a step-by-step guide for what you need to do. So you don't need to waste any of your decision-making on how you're going to approach a project, because you already have that set up. And that frees up a lot more space for creative thinking and for cultivating more creativity in your life. So that's why I love SOPs and workflows and documenting everything. And I just started doing this with my personal business stuff. So I have a documentation database, SOPs, workflows. My primary tools that I'm using will be under the tools section. Then I have my team section. I just have a sometimes assistant that helps me out with stuff. My admin section for any business, or it looks like I have personal admin as well. And then any financial stuff. I recently split out my financial and budget tracking in Notion to personal and business. So I got that going in there. And finally, I have another link to my capture and process page. Again, this is just where I come in if I need to jot something down really quick, or I want to add a note to my notes and ideas database. I can add everything in really quick using one of these toggles. If I have an idea for new content, looks like I need to update some of these, but this is the page where I wanted to have quick capture. And this is where I'll come in and process anything that's currently living in my brain dump, which everything is already processed. It's all cleaned out for 2022. Woo! All right, so that is my entire workspace tour. I know it was kind of a lot, but it's a very, very fully built out workspace. So I hope you enjoyed watching my tour. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to chat and nerd out about Notion with people. All right, thanks friends. Have a happy new year, and I hope to see you around next time. Bye.